cows, you know? That's...
My bigger concern is
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Renewed Homestead. I'm Ben, and today we are talking about cows. Now, as you know, I grew up in the Phoenix metro area of Arizona, so I am a city boy, and as you can see behind me, we have a lot of grass. We got a lot of area with a lot of grass. And in the spirit of becoming self-sufficient, we would like to have a couple of cows and for milk and for meat. And the thought is that we will start out with a couple of females and a bull, and then each year hopefully raise at least two offspring, and we could sell one and potentially put the other one in the freezer. We'll see how that goes. You know, see that cute little face. How can you do that? But you know, your meat is not born on styrofoam in the grocery store. So anyway, we were very blessed to have Billy from Permapastures Farm go along with us. And he knows quite a bit about cows. And he has done his research and had some, and he's got sheep. And so we went out and visited some folks, and, you know, we took you along for the ride here and show you, you know, our thoughts and what we were looking at. I know one of the things that we had some concern about is the area that the cows are in. The grass had all been eaten down to the dirt, and once that happens, that's when you start potentially getting parasites, because you know they're basically licking the ground and you know, also defecating where they're eating. So you know, we got to watch that, and then the grain and the transition. One of the other things that we've looked at was the female has a cloven hoof, and you'll see in the picture the toes kind of pinched together. And while it's concerning, it is fixable. We've done some research on that, and there's a number of people that said, you know, with a good farrier or somebody that's good with it, they can start trimming that back and get it back to a normal hoof for her. I'm just not sure if we're ready to take this on. Then we have one other area of concern, and the concern is that the three bigger cows that you see, you've got mama, you've got daughter, and you've got son, and then the little black cow is a new bloodline, which is fine, but he's not a breeding age, and we think mama is pregnant. What does that mean? She is probably pregnant by her son. Now, this is straight line breeding. It's done, to my notion, a little creepy. I don't know about that. I mean, that wouldn't stop us from purchasing these cows, but I think that once that cow is born, no matter what it is, we would probably sell it off or put it in the freezer. But you know, we just have to see where we end up with that. But
I wanted to be straight with you. I don't want to lie. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure they work in my environment per se, just because, number one, the age and the area that they've been for so long, and then I'm going to change their. I mean, there's been many people that lost many a cow and sheep and everything else when you change their forage to the extent that I probably would.
Now, can we bring some of their forage with us to help acclimate, like Michelle did with the sheep?
You could do that with a hay, and you could change it over in about a month.
I would be more concerned about them getting so much grass, because it has
It's too
sucrose
rich.
in the spring, and you would need to round them up and put them up keep them on a smaller area at first, because they will eat and eat and eat and eat.
You want to start with a
Our grasses are
square
getting
and then
about yay tall
expand
already,
pieces of that square while you're titrating back on their hay that they're used to, the hay that they're used to. You're going to want a bunch of that hay just to get them transferred over. Then when their gut biota is acclimated to where you live, then you can make that. Only thing is, the age is, the little one I wouldn't worry so much about. I don't know, they may just do all right.
They live to about 20. And they bear to, everybody I've said
Yeah,
they bear to about
They are.
18.
And
They may do all right.
I'll be honest with you, we just kind of let them do their thing.
Our hope and
always
plan
got a
was to have 2 females and a male, and so that way one baby would be ours for the freezer, and then another one we could sell. So that was our original hope, was that we would have 2 females and a bull. You've got the 2 bulls. The only thing I worry about is the inbreeding. So with the 1 bull,
You could easily, I mean, if that's something you wanted to do, I mean, since he's outside genetics. I mean,
yeah,
if
we'd
you were
have to
worried
take the
about line
we'd have
breeding-
to take the black bull then, right?
Yeah, but it wouldn't be hard to isolate him.
Yeah, that's true.
Still being side by side pins.
Yeah, I'll have to think it over for sure, but I mean, I love the sure-footed nature of them. I love that they'll eat just about anything.
Right there.
And I like that they've been handled.
He stays by himself a lot. Phil says that's normal for a bull, but we didn't
The
do
cows,
that.
you know?
My bigger concern is, well, you got a cloven hoof, the forage, trading them. When we've lost animals before when we go from one forage to another, when it's a drastic difference. I'd be a little bit worried about that because the microclimate or the climate here is a little bit different from where we live. So
Well,
I'd be,
since it's spring here and it's fairly warm right now where you are, that would not be such a big deal. And basically they eat hay here or what we have in the pasture. Usually we have, I mean, it's just started growing here, so, you know.
I mean, some good positive things that I really like is the mom is birthing unassisted. That's a big deal.
So did April. She did too.
And the boy, he looks to be in really good spirits.
He's happy.
Well, they're all happy, believe me.
So what are things you look for in a cow when you're looking? Like what are...
Well, I'm typically wanting something that's low to the ground where you can't even open a newspaper underneath them because they're more adapted to grass that way.
Okay.
That's usually, you know, like South Poles and stuff like that. That's something I'd usually want to look for. And also with the heavy terrain I'm in, I like something like these Dexters. I know that they're going to eat anything. They'll eat any weed. I mean, they do it.
I can vouch for that.
Oh, they ate the
will eat
multiflora
anything.
rose?
Yes.
Oh gosh, that would be amazing.
Got a lot of that around.
They ate the whole top of it, all the blossoms, everything.
Well, they're sure-footed. They're hardy. They'll eat anything that you know. I mean, they'll eat anything a sheep will eat, pretty much, and then some. And they'll get to it. They'll get it done.
Well, I know her feet look bad, but honestly, I mean, she's 4 years old. She hasn't had any trouble. So
I'd have to think about it. Just kind of mull it over a little bit, but.
So you guys don't want all of them? You guys don't?
I don't think that we're ready for 4 at this point. I mean,
How much land do you have fenced in?
partially fenced in. We've got 2 acres below the house. We've got about 13 above the house, but it's needs repairs. We got to get in and get those up, and we don't have electric fencing up.
Well, as long as they've got a place to eat and they've got water and they know that's where they're supposed to be, that's where they'll stay.
Yeah, we've got 2 of those government water troughs that they came in the floating ball. So there's always a supply of water there.
I'd want to think about it just for a little while, anyhow.
I'm pretty sure she's pregnant.
Hi, sweetie.
It's hard to tell because she's just naturally so big.
Oh, her udders are...
She's not one to miss a meal. I mean, she will push the horses out of the way.
If you don't mind me asking, what are your options have you, let's say we can't swing it, or it sounds like you're really concerned about what your other options might wind up being. Do you mind me asking why?
Because I'm attached to them.
So you're not wanting them to go to a meat locker, I take it.
After they leave here, if you're telling me me you're going to take care of them. I understand that's what animals have to do. I mean, I grew up watching pigs get killed, which did scar me, by the way, so I wouldn't advise that. And watching people, my grandmother kill chickens, my cousins hunt squirrels, I understand that. But I want to know that they've still got some time left and they're going to be happy. And
We're looking for breeding stock. That's what we're looking for.
I really,
No, I'm asking because, I mean, I want to be totally upfront and honest that sometimes things don't work out, or if it looks like the forage is not going to necessarily, right, if it doesn't work out, I don't want to.
understand that. I don't want to know anything about it.
Thanks again to Billy. We really appreciate him going out with us and basically spending the day, because it was about a 2.5 hour drive out, and we were there for a good hour and a half. But it was a great day. You know, we had lunch and talked a lot and covered a lot of territory in those 2.5 hours. So it was really, you know, each way, it was really pretty cool. So anyway, hope you learned a little something in the video, and hope that you know, let us know your thoughts, because, you know, one hand we're thinking we don't want to touch this, we need to just pass, and on the other, they're offering us a really good deal, and these are really nice people, and they want the cows to go to a good home, and we are talking about this being our breeding stock, and so these aren't cows that we're buying to put in the freezer. So anyway, appreciate any thoughts you have, but thanks for tuning in. Please like us, subscribe, give us a big old thumbs up while you're at it, and, you know, be good to each other. God bless, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.